The softball team at Rowan University had another stellar season on the diamond in 2019. The squad finished 33-15 overall with a 14-4 record in the NJAC. They also claimed their second straight regional title and third in the last 4 seasons. 6 players received postseason honors, with Morgan Zane bringing home the NJAC Rookie of the Year. The 2019 year got off to a slow start, with the Profs dropping 3 of their first 5 contests. But, per the norm, Rowan won on a hot streak in Kissimmee, Florida. The Brown and Gold opened the spring games with back-to-back victories of Southern Maine and Lake Forest. After falling to Wesleyan, the Rowan pitching staff buckled down with 3 straight shutouts against Linfield, Mount St. Mary's, and Springfield. After dropping a tough 1-0 contest to Tufts, Rowan finished out the Florida swing, winning 3 of its final 4 games. The Profs beat Farmingdale, Marion, and Endicott. The Profs returned home, but traveled to Newman on March 28th and blanked the Knights in the doubleheader. Jesse DiDomenico struck out a season-high 14 batters in Game 1, while Lauren Shannon fanned 10. Rowan took both games by the score of 7-0. The NJAC opener came on the road against Kane, and it was another sweep for the Profs. Game 1 was wild as Rowan jumped out to a 5-0 lead. However, the Cougars took a 6-5 advantage before Zane blasted a 2-run homer in the 7th. Rowan then took Game 2 by the score of 4-0. The Brown and Gold's home opener fell on April 2nd against William Patterson. Cassandra Gerard had 3 hits, and Kelly Duffy 2 RBI as Rowan took the first game by the score of 3-2. The hosts wasted no time in the second stanza as they jumped out to a 5-0 lead, eventually winning 9-1. Rowan then had a home sweep over NJCU 8-0 and 13-0, both games lasting 5 innings. Glassboro hosted its 3rd straight doubleheader, this time against Stockton. The Profs' 9-game winning streak was snapped as the Ospreys took Game 1, but the Brown and Gold rebounded, winning the second game 6-4. The Profs then were swept at Ramapo and split at TC&J. Rowan scheduled a pair of games against Arcadia on April 18th. Duffy went 2 for 3 with an RBI in the 3-0 Game 1 win. Anderson started Game 2 with a bang as she blasted a pitch over the left center field fence, giving Rowan a 1-0 lead. The game remained at 1-0 until Arcadia played 2 runs in the 6th to take a 2-1 lead. But in the 7th, Corey Hagg smacked a pinch-hit sacrifice fly to tie the game before Christina Muller laid down a perfect 2-out bunt, beating the throw and scoring Shea Branda as Rowan won 3-2. The Profs didn't need the walk-off against Rutgers Newark on April 20th as they smoked the Scarlet Raiders 16-0 and 9-1. Duffy had a career game, going 2 for 2 with a homer, 5 RBI, and 2 runs scored. Rowan then swept a series at Rutgers Camden 4-0 and 9-1 before finishing out the regular season April 27th against Montclair State. The Profs trailed by 4 entering the 7th, but Anderson ripped a 3 RBI double tying the game before DiDomenico knocked her in for a 9-8 walk-off victory. Rowan carried the momentum into Game 2, winning 11-0. The Profs were the number 2 seed in the NJAC Championship and first took care of Montclair State 6-1 before beating Kane 7-5. Zane hit a walk-off 2-run homer against the Cougars. The Profs were eliminated from the tournament after suffering back-to-back losses to the Lions and Cougars. However, Rowan received a bid to the NCAA tournament where they would travel to Cambridge, Massachusetts, and the host school, MIT. Rowan first took on Eastern Nazarene and trailed 2-1 entering the 7th. The Profs were able to take advantage of 4 Lions errors in the inning, scoring 2 runs for a bizarre walk-off victory. It was a pitcher's battle against MIT as DiDomenico fired 10 innings of shutout ball. It was scoreless in the 10th until Rowan again took advantage of a miscue as Muller came in to score on an error for yet another hard-fought but strange walk-off win. The Profs would take on the same Engineers for the regional title, but fell in Game 1 5-3. The second game looked in hand early as the Brown and Gold jumped out to a 6-0 second-inning lead. However, MIT fought all the way back, tying things up in the 6th inning. It was then a scoreless marathon as the game went into the 14th. MIT had a handful of chances to win throughout, but Rowan pitcher DiDomenico and the Profs defense kept them off the board. Rowan was finally able to muster a run across in the top of the 14th as Anderson drove home Mackenzie Short from second. MIT loaded the bases and looked to score on a sac fly in the bottom of the 14th, but Zane gunned down the runner at home for a 7-2 double play. Rowan would go on to win 7-6, claiming its 2nd straight regional crown. It was off to the Super Regionals for the 2nd straight year, this time at Eastern Connecticut State. However, this time it did not go as planned, as the Profs dropped back-to-back games to the Warriors, putting a close on their season. Anderson, Duffy, Shannon, and Zane were members of the NJAC All-Conference first team, while DiDomenico and Garino were named to the second team. Duffy and Shannon were also members of the NFCA East All-Region first team, while Zane, DiDomenico, and Anderson garnered second team All-East accolades.